phone. It won't load on my phone. It's totally fine. Please just take your damn sweet time. Flick, 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 flick. Why won't it show up? It's been like 2 minutes. actually sooner would be nicer. Yay. Loud enough to do this, loud enough to do that. That should be fine.
Setting 1012.
We have slightly chillier in the San Fernando.
Again you show yourselves in wavering forms, revealed as you once were to clouded vision. Shall I attempt to hold you fast once more, hearts willing still to suffer that illusion? Of lovely hours those slipped from me and lost, they can no longer hear this latest song. I bring my verses to the unknown throng, my heart's made anxious, even by their clapping. A shudder takes me, tear on tear, entire. A firm heart feels weakened and remote. What I possess seems far away from me, and what is gone becomes reality. Goeth. Faust. Today is Heinrich Faust's funeral. Despite how the sign read, even she wasn't sure if that was his real name. So let's put it this way. Today is Daddy's funeral. There are more people than I thought. Aunt revealed traces of annoyance beneath her veil. So sleepy, the girl thought. Why must we get up to face such a dreary day? Chatter permeated the sea of black suits, of which she recognized only a few. A few in the crowd wept with sorrow. How nice it was that there were still those who could lament his passing. It's about time to go, Aunt asked with a smile. Why does Aunt smile when she clearly never means it? The girl yawned and looked at the tomb, almost wishing she could swap places with the person resting inside. The coffin closed with a firm click, as if a patch of clouds in the gloomy sky had run headlong into the wall. Is it this one? No. No matter how tidily the lush blue tiles were stacked, one could still detect the passage of time. What's wrong? Aunt turned around, mystified. The girl didn't want to go in. Aunt smiled wryly, as if she had read the girl's mind. You only have to go in and see what's in there. Don't worry, it belongs to you now. No. Why do you think that would bother me? This isn't what you guys say at home. However, the girl kept all those thoughts to herself. Never mind. Just wait outside then, Aunt waved as she turned dismissively. The doorknob turned smoothly. So slow. Going in wasn't better than staying out here, but she just wanted to go home as soon as possible. Any home would do. Aunt Marthe? The very air seemed to freeze. A horizontal layout could just barely be made, out through the haze clouding the unlit lights of the antechamber. In the silence, it was as if dust would be stirred up by the slightest step, but the odd thing was, there was no dust at all. Weird. Both doors were locked. Why? The electricity must be on. Where's a light? A light. Oh, just a cat. That was frightening. Feline eyes lanced a sharp look out of the gloom, where coal-black fur melted into the shadows. It flicked away in the next second. Ah, it disappeared. Where had it come from? The cat had vanished from the corners of her eyes. Weird. Huh? The empty path extended further into the darkness. No, Aunt could not have passed by here. But I'm lagging really hard. least I think I am. Probably am. Yeah, I'm lagging really hard. There was nothing. Empty space all around her, but nothing revealed itself. The dead air thrummed violently in her ears. There's no way Aunt could be here. A screeching noise came from the door behind her. What in the world? Darkness oozed in. This was the beginning of the nightmare. A patch of purple was eerily bright in the absence of light, as if it had been sugar-coated with icing. Hello? An ear-piercingly sweet voice sounded as a patch of purple probed out from the inky depths. Smooth locks, bleached of color, as if waiting for a painter's palette that would drip down any second now, peered out. The ashen-faced owner turned to greet her. Hi. Yes. Oh, excellent. You understand me. A purplish-white figure pulled itself up as if ascending a long flight of stairs. What time is it? Is it spring? Long, long sleeves flapped across her vision, but the way the figure moved didn't seem entirely human. Who are you? I remember the door being locked. If there's nothing else, can you shut the door on your way out? It started moving away with a flourish of its sleeves, accompanied by the clopping sound of a horse's hooves. It seemed bored, but this made her feel a bit uneasy. She yelled defiantly, I don't want to leave. This is Father's old house, so she should be the one to inherit it. The adults had said that before. No matter how unwilling their expressions had been, they'd indeed said that before. Therefore, she wasn't going to let herself be swept out the door, no matter what. The figure stilled and turned back, despite being far away. Oh? She regretted her words almost immediately, particularly as the figure swiftly closed the distance between them. She realized its expression hadn't changed as she tilted her head a long, long way up to meet its gaze. Really? Violently purple eyes flashed gleefully as if they had suddenly remembered something. A garish grin abruptly split open the pale face. Elizabeth. A cloyingly sweet voice spelled out the girl's name. You've returned. The light disappeared suddenly as if window shutters had snapped shut. And then... what is that square supposed to mean? The door opened! Her body moved as if of its own accord, disconnected from a mind roiling with confusion. These words are tiny on my screen. Elizabeth sprinted up the steps and past a dim doorframe draped with spiderwebs retracing her original path. She couldn't remember why she set foot in this place, and a growing sense of nauseated distaste urged her to leave. Her heart settled when she finally set foot on the lush carpet. As long as the front door is still open, then... Huh? What? was nothing on the wall. Where's the door? She was trapped by the nothingness that revealed itself in front of her, just like how the cat previously cowered in the corner. This couldn't possibly be happening. What's wrong? That nauseating voice was starting to become irritatingly familiar. Let me out, she cried. No? What's that you said? There's no such thing as a front door. She retorted. I just came in from the front door. I didn't see that. You told me to shut the door on my way out. I don't remember saying that. The unease that had disappeared resurfaced with a will, almost tangible in its strength. Terror. Exhaustion. She didn't want to face this latest turn of events. A strong sense of fatigue stole its way into her mind, and her eyes started to close. What's wrong? Ah, Elizabeth? How did the being know her name? Her eyes shut firmly before she could ask the question. Indeed, I shall enchant your eyes and your ears, instead of shutting yourself away, sad as the worm that gnaws your books. Come, follow me to a new place. Let us go then to learn about life, and leave the rubbish of philosophy. Berlioz, La Damnation to Faust. Why is this window so small? What do those mean? What are the squares? 1, 1, 4. No? Elizabeth opened her eyes. Where is this place? The pendulum ticking away mercilessly in the empty air, as if it was the only living thing left in the world. It was a piece of chocolate candy. What? Why? Got chocolate. Yay! I found chocolate. Eating it will impart more energy, and your walking speed will increase. It can be used repeatedly until the maximum limit is reached. What? Is it infinite? Why? I'm lagging anyway. How am I supposed to use it? You will be unable to progress if you cannot walk. That's technically true, but it was locked. It was dark outside the French doors, no matter how one looked, like it was all fake. I'm lagging so hard. Is there a menu? Ooh. Books. It's been 12 minutes. Item, books, item, books, item, books. There's no options. Item. A ragdoll. Why? Books. Oh, move, arrow keys. I'm not going into full screen mode. Keeping to a certain walking speed and sight radius will decrease the chances of danger. Is the walking speed fast and sight radius 360 degrees? I think the answer is yes. Ah. If the screen blacks out, you return to your bed. This does not mean you died. What has already happened does not need to be repeated. Some items can be worn. The cat will give you some clue by reacting to specific items. If the screen is too dim, please increase screen brightness. Earphones are recommended for play if some puzzles are accompanied by music. I can't do music puzzles. Text that has already been read will appear in this bookcase. The bookcase of my mind? Okay. The reflection of my face in a stern expression. Ah, this is the same bookcase. The bookcase that's in my mind is actually inside of the room. I'm lagging so hard. How do I not make it lag so hard? What is this key? I don't think I can make it not lag. Which is kind of sad, because I already can't fucking sell. I already can't tell what the hell I'm doing. Let's push Alt-Enter. That is a key. Half of the label that remained has the words first floor, right corridor. Ah! I found a key in a dark room. Okay. Still on screen, so I can play full screen, but I don't like that fireplace. Oh, a candle. There were matches and a candle holder. One match. Using matches will increase your vision range. They can be used repeatedly until the maximum limit is reached. You will be unable to progress if you cannot see. There's paper and ink. Do you wish to make a record? Okay. Oh my god, I'm lagging so hard. Come find me. Are you in my hand? I don't like this room. It's too dark and eerie. Probably won't be able to play this game on stream because it's lagging too hard. That was just the upstairs. No, there really isn't anything. She woke herself up with a brisk shake of her head. Although she had yet to figure out what had happened, Elizabeth didn't feel right just standing there. Cold shivers ran down her back just as she finished that thought. Would it make a difference if she made a decent effort in communicating with the being? Didn't you want to leave? Why did you suddenly start looking for the door? Those weren't actual questions, just sarcasm that weaved insidiously around her. She slumped on the staircase. Who are you? Elizabeth asked. Why doesn't she get quotation marks? The gaze directed towards Elizabeth creased into a smile as if it had been waiting for this question. The figure bowed with an almost comical number of flourishes. I am Mephistopheles. What? Mephisto. What exactly are you? Elizabeth further asked. The demon smiled and slowly paced in a wide circle around the girl. It spread its hands in a way that was annoying for some reason. I am the djinn that denies everything. Those two long sleeves waved around in a sinister manner. And so she asked, "Can you tell me where the front door is?" "Didn't I say there's no such thing?" "That's what you said." "I didn't see a thing." "Didn't you walk in of your own volition? How would you not know where the door is?" "What do you know?" "They won't tell you anything. They actually don't even welcome you. If only you hadn't been born." It had stolen the right to speak, and every word it spoke dripped blood-curdlingly onto Elizabeth's head. She had to resist the urge to cover her ears in the face of such glowingly sweet voice, one that had snuck up to her unawares. Think about it. This place is actually not so bad. It's quiet here. You won't hear those things. You won't even want to leave after a while. Elizabeth turned back to rebut. Rebut or rebute? Because there's no E. This weird theory. "No way," she said. "I don't want to stay, or spend even a second here." "Not even for a second?" "Not even for a second." "Really?" "All right. Want to make a bet? If you really want to leave, I'll show you the way out." "Really?" "Yes," the demon nodded. "But if at any moment you wax nostalgic about your time here, or wish to preserve any instant for eternity, then you lose." "Any instant. Any instant." Well, that didn't seem so hard. Shouldn't have the slightest inclination to stay here anyway. Elizabeth nodded her head without thinking over it for too long. "Oh, good. Then it's settled." The demon capered in satisfaction before she had said anything. This was also when the bells in the house started tolling. Elizabeth covered her mouth with both hands before she blurted out, "Wait a minute." The bet had already begun. Despite having a lot to say a second ago, the demon's irregular form vanished up the stairs, and she didn't want to keep it at all. Matches. Okay. It was locked. So, I found a match. Is there a reason for me to not use the matches? Because I feel like I shouldn't. Because they told me I could. I don't wanna. Rats on the ground. Chocolates. Matches. Why am I getting so many? Perhaps the key can be used to open it. The sound of someone playing a piano came from the other end of the hallway. Chapter 1. Puss in Boots. I don't like this chapter. Social butterfly. A half-empty teacup. Let's not eat it. If I know anything about RPG Maker games, the dining room and the fucking kitchen are evil. They're evil. A bowl was filled with dust. A mound of animal bones gnawed clean. There were stacks of dirty plates inside. Food that had gone bad. So careless. Ah. I'm scared. I think I shouldn't be in the kitchen. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in this kitchen. I'm gonna die in this kitchen. I'm gonna die in this kitchen. I found some matches. Why? More matches? What? Why are there so many bloody matches? And chocolates? So many matches. Let's not get near the rat. That don't look safe. That looks like a person. Don't like it. Let's not go near the knives. Let's go inspect the dish. No, fucking leaving. Let's fucking leave. Got some matches and some bloody chocolate. I'm gonna fucking leave. I don't like it. Especially because it's lagging, I don't like it even more. Why is there chocolate in every cupboard? I don't like the rats. The rats are going to eat me. Is it getting darker? Ooh. No! It was locked. Something seemed to be stuck on the other side of the door. The other side of the keyhole. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't. It was locked. Display room. Don't. It's turning green. Why is it turning green? Someone seemed to be mad. how I scream, by the way. That's how I scream, by the way. I don't like it. Why is that always a thing? There's always a fucking pianist, and they're always so pissy. Not even a door. It's not even a door. There was no point in going in that room. Yeah. Okay. I found nothing. I didn't find anything in this area. That means I must die. I must find out how to die. There has to be a way to die in this area that somehow gives me a key. Red wine had collected at the bottom of the cup. Someone just call me.